Libra, hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends, how are you doing? The energies are still pretty wild, hey? As I was sitting down and meditating, I just received like a massive download, and I felt like my third eye and crown chakra were opening massively. So this is indeed something that some of you are experiencing right now, either in meditation or just like that. Yeah. And one thing at a time, because the written channeling was quite interesting too. I'm still kind of like catching my breath from that one. And that's also part of the topic for your reading. Rest up, because it's necessary, because the energies are so high, so intense, especially when we're meditating, when we're becoming those channels or are those divine channels. We're literally allowing the energies to run through our bodies and grounding it in the earth. So Mother Earth is really helping us transform, and we're helping her transform as well. So, there was a connotation for the Rauhnächte, in case you have been doing those around December or a bit later. Check back, because each day during the Rauhnächte was connected to a month. So what happened on the 27th, I think it is, what happens for the month of March, okay? What was the topic for March? What did you write down? And what is to come in April? Like, prepare yourself. Have a look at that too, those of you that did it. If you still want to do it, you absolutely can. It can be found over on Patreon for the $2 tier. I'll link them again down below. And yeah, the topic of rest just keeps coming up. So please rest up, my dear Libras. Lots of physical symptoms show themselves at this time. This is actually when like the channeling came through too. So old wounds, something that you have been battling with, may pop up briefly for you as a reminder. And this is decades ago, possibly, right? Something that you have had decades ago is coming up again, because there is still a connection. For example, abandonment wounds that express themselves physically, or a lack of humility, stuff like that, right? The knees, that would be the knees, topic of the knees. And you may first say, well, I'm really humble actually, but there is something, otherwise they wouldn't bring it up. Or with the abandonment, same thing. There is something that wants to be worked through, and the physical symptoms express this because your body is speaking to you. Yeah, and you don't have to explain to anyone why you need to take a nap or spend the day in bed or on the couch or in nature. Like, do you please, okay? And nature is going to help you transition, is what they said. Definitely, especially when it comes to grounding the energies, and vice versa too, okay? Then I was given something interesting here for you, Libra, because this was more of a general message, so happening right now for the collective, not just for you, my sweet Libras, but I'm still gonna put Libra on the title. And then I was getting the timelines are merging and separating at the same time. Nothing is as it seems. And so I'm very curious, obviously, to dive in, to have a look at your situation, the higher view over your situation, and what you can do to help yourself. So let's do just that. I already pre-shuffled all of your cards. I can't wait to see what wants to come through, especially like with that precursor of that intense channeling, and then those light codes, the light energies running through, wild, really, so high frequency. And this is awesome, like when you receive it, right? This is amazing. It feels like wow, and life is so exciting, all the more for that. And then you start to feel the physical symptoms, right? Because the clearing's happening and we're tired from it because our body is not used to that intensity. And that's why I also recommend, if you've been meditating a lot and receiving a lot of those light codes, tone it down, like step away from meditation for a little bit, like really feel into it. Do you need this right now, or does your body actually need a break? Because you can overdo it too. Okay, let's hop in. This one, yeah. Ooh, the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, no, like this. It's like, no, let's please stay close to that love. Yes, don't push me further away from this. I do understand it too. I know that higher love that is expressed here. And there's clearly another one coming, and I just felt so dizzy. Yeah. Honey, Libra, for those of you that are watching here, you do need to take a little bit of a break here. It's so important because at some stage it becomes detrimental to your health and to your well-being. It's awesome to tap into those higher energies. It really, really is. Some of you really have to go to the ocean if you can. If you can, then salt water, salt water baths. If you don't have a bathtub, you can, fill a glove, like a showering glove with salt, sea salt, and hang it on top of your shower head. And that works too, just to, cleanse yourself with salt water. It seems to be very important here. Yeah, to let the energies flow freely again for you. With the Hermit, that is, an energy of rest and an energy of seclusion here, but also shining your light, like doing it purposefully. Yeah. That's Virgo energy. There could be something in the Virgo reading for you too, but really withdrawing, listening to self. What else, please? This is so weird. Yes. It's like, stay here. Okay, 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is the past, like I told you, with those high energies. This is basically confirmation for what they already said. There's high cosmic energy, high vibrational energy. Could stuff from the childhood be popping back up again. Could even be people from the past that are knocking on your door, sending you an email, sending you a letter, wanting a conversation, something like that. You please check if this is good for you at this time, because it's all about, unconditional love. We can love people from afar, right? Even if there has been a falling out or something like that. We can love them from afar. We can have forgiven, but we don't necessarily need to surround ourselves if that applies to you. If you feel it's okay for them to come back in, perfect. Good for you. Either way, whatever feels good for you here. But it's definitely about emotional matters coming to the forefront, again, expressed through the body. Really have an eye on this, but I feel that's what you are doing this one, no. That's exactly what you're doing, being in hermit position over here. But there is definitely, Jesus, like you must feel some sense of, I need to go to the stars, or there is something, or you were recently had a visitation, I want to say, either by an ancestor or by an angel, or, here we go, throat. There's something being cleared. Some of you may have troubles with your throat at this time, so a congestion or, to the point of where you can hardly speak, possibly. It's okay, that's clearing. That's because of all those higher energies, okay? And it'll put you to the point of speaking freely, of standing in your truth, knowing your boundaries, because some of you may have been made to feel very small and not able to speak your truth here. Hang on. This one, no. This one, yes? No. 5 of Cups. Where did we have that? Was this in the Cancer reading? That was quite interesting, I thought. Because the 5 of Cups is speaking about lingering around in old feelings. In this case, though, it's way different, because in this case, it's kind of necessary. Something has showed you here and will be showing you how this is like truly over. There's nothing to be found in those old strongly feeling the connection to the people that are trying to come back in. And this doesn't have to be physical necessarily. This could also be energetically, right? If people reach out to us, even if they're not spiritually connected, they will still do it. It's so funny when people, aren't awakened yet, because they will be at one stage. They will totally wake up, not necessarily in this lifetime, but it is so funny how much they're working with the energies unconsciously. And there's no judgment from my side. I just find it wild sometimes when we meet someone that say they're not spiritual, for example, and they're super spiritual. Actually, they just don't call it that, but they're living out all the things and living their life very much in line with what I would call unconditional love, or with the path thereof. They just don't call it that, which is completely fine. Again, we need everything here in this world, right? Everything's perfect the way it is. It really is. And again, coming back to the Five of Cups, and there could be a little bit of back and forth here. And when it comes to mental capacity, hopping back and forth, because we're touching on a bunch of different topics. And I'm sorry if I can't contain it on one thing, but that's kind of like what's happening, like a little bit all over the place. I feel like we need some funneled energies here. And for that, we have to let go, because it's all cups, right? Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, Five of Cups. It's all cups that we need to let go of. It's like those cups that, it's done. There's nothing to be found in those. The one that matters is the one that's right here, that holds the seeds, that holds the good stuff. But for that, you would actually have to turn around and, pick that up. And I see you do it too. It's just a matter, really funny. I've never perceived the Five of Cups with this deck in such a way where it's just like, yes, we're going to have a quick look on this again because it's popping up. Now I'm getting solar plexus too, almost like as a reflux, but not quite. Something is pushing up like from the solar plexus. Whew. And that goes through the heart, through the throat, and out your mouth. So singing is very, very helpful. If you want to imply this. Dancing also to loosen up stagnant energies. Yeah, do that. That's going to be very, very helpful to you here, my dear Libras. Dancing and singing, do that. Like, chant a couple tunes. That's going to help massively here. Okay. This one, yes. Let's pull you one guardian angel card. Before we take this over to Patreon, to your extended, if this resonates and you would like to know more. I can never say what comes through, I admire other readers that can just say, okay, this is going to come through, that and that. I can never, because it's just like whatever wants to come through, comes through. Yes, we can probably ask specifically, but it's still no guarantee for what wants to come through. But that's just the way it is. If you're curious, you can go over there. Link is down below to Patreon. This one, yes. This one, no. You have the star. Believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. You are really Libra. Absolutely. I actually want this to take off like, and then levitate right here, right? Just like, something's taken off. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Absolutely. Here. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you are truly a shining star. That's funny, because the carnelian wanted to come in. I just recently found it again. That and the clear quartz, there's something there. Carnelian is for the sacral chakra, so anything sexual energy, anything feelings really, that would be that. And it's funny because orange is the sacral chakra as well, so there's something about that. And of course we have the cups here, so definitely some old emotion. You may also feel it like if you have had, bladder problems, I'm just going to say it that way because it comes through, that may like briefly come up again, okay, just to heal. Sexual trauma, all that, we have some sort of a touching base here. Okay, honeys. Never forget you're truly a shining star, please. And we'll have a look over on Patreon when it comes to your extended. I have a strong feeling we're going to pull from the Dreamy Moons Oracle and then see how we go with the rest of the Oracle cards. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment if you feel so inclined. It really helps the channel. It helps push the messages out there. I would really appreciate it. And yeah. But I also appreciate you being here and you listening to the messages. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time or over on Patreon. Bye-bye.